Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Tuesday, and I know Tuesdays can be really, really tough because you've had Monday, right? Which was the day after the weekend, and you probably slept walked through it or drank a lot of coffee, but now it's like real. It's like, okay, we're really into the week. Like it's Tuesday. So set your intention to have a beautiful, productive, happy day, right? Be intentional. Invoke a most benevolent outcome for this day, a most benevolent outcome for the resources and abundance. I request a most benevolent outcome for all the good things showing up today. There it is, right? Set your intention. So that is from Tom T. Moore's The Gentle Way, right? So today I want to kind of update you. I've really switched things up. So I have been taking time in the morning for myself in getting in connection, really getting into dropping down into my heart, which is where I feel like all these beautiful messages are coming for us today. And I really wasn't sure what we were going to talk about today, honestly, because I really felt like the last couple of messages have been like, wow, right? Spirit really coming through to help us just have what we want. Just be happy, right? And sometimes we don't know what that means. We don't know what that looks like. For some of us, happiness kind of eludes us, or we feel like it eludes us because we keep like trying to get it, trying to find it, trying to have it, right? And it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. So we're going to talk about emotional currency today. Yeah. That was what I got in my meditation today. As I was journaling after the meditation, I was like, oh, emotional currency. What's this all about? So we're going to talk about that today. And we're going to pull cards, which of course I didn't. This whole new being organized thing, still working it out. So yeah, we're going to talk about emotional currency today. We are going to have our message, what Spirit wants to bring through for each and every one of you. And of course, you take what resonates and leave the rest. So if you're watching this on the replay, welcome. Those of you here live, thank you. So please give a heart. That helps me to organically grow. I wish the like button did that, but it's more the hearts from what I understand. Just kind of trying to stay like up on like all of the like social media platforms and algorithms and the business end of things, right? But we're not here for the business end of things. We're here for the emotional, spiritual, manifesting, having your most authentic life, spiritual awakening, right? What do you need to know for your life? What do you need to know for where you are on your journey? And for many of us, we're in different places. For many of us, we've been going through it for a minute. And I know that with the energies of the last new moon that is still affecting us, the eclipse season has begun, right? So that's a lot of transformation, a lot of turnover is what I'm hearing, right? It's going to turn over things in your life. So where you haven't received, you'll be receiving. Where you have received, it'll switch up, right? So turning over is what I'm hearing. So it's all good because it's taking you into like that more authentic version of yourself, or that place that's going to give to you way more than where you've been, right? So yeah, emotional currency. That was what I got today for us. So what is emotional currency, right? So 20, 30 years ago, gosh, I'm getting old. Good morning, Jackie. Good morning, everyone. I was actually doing counseling for what I didn't understand at that time was my inner child, right? I didn't know that my inner child hadn't been nurtured. I didn't know that my inner child didn't know how to receive love. I didn't know that my inner child had really been abused and neglected. And so I had to like figure that out, right? So my emotional currency at that time was pretty nil, right? I didn't have anything. I didn't have anything to give because I didn't know how to receive. And energy is it's a balance, right? What you give out is what you receive. And so That's in this energy really kind of what's going on. It's bringing you to this, what is your emotional currency? Is it lack? Is it not enough? Is your emotional currency keeping you in a stagnant or situation that like just doesn't serve you? Like you're not there anymore. Like you've outgrown it, or you've moved forward, and maybe the situation hasn't, right? And I'm going to say situation because it could be work, it could be love, it could be family, it could be friendship, it could be anything, right? Again, take what resonates for you, how this applies to you. But I think sometimes we don't get into that self-awareness or self-actualization of where am I on that, currency scale? Like, am I really, really abundant with emotional currency? I have a lot to give. I have a lot to offer. I'm willing to share it. I'm willing to receive it. Or am I don't got so much. I don't got so much, right? I'm in lack. I'm in lack. And so I keep manifesting lack. I keep manifesting not enough. I keep manifesting just situations that don't serve me, right? And when you're in an uneven exchange, you have shame, you have guilt, you have all those lower frequencies, fear, right? All that stuff around fear. But what that's doing is it's actually keeping you in lack. It's keeping you in that I don't deserve, I'm not powerful, I'm not worthy. And so that's an uneven exchange, right? When you're ready to have an even exchange, when you feel like you have a lot of emotional currency, you have a lot to give, a lot to offer, you're showing up, right? You're able to be vulnerable. And when I was doing this journaling, because I'm actually looking at the journal of the notes that I wrote down after my meditation this morning, it really kind of brought me to all that work that Brene Brown has been doing. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, or you're like, don't know where she's going with this, check out Brene Brown and all of her work. But that's what I was brought to us today, that the reason that this emotional currency and where you are on that scale, right? I don't have very much, or I'm good. Like I can share it, I can receive it. I'm in the exchange. I'm showing up for people. I'm being vulnerable. I'm letting them in, right? That's all good. But if you're down here in lack, right? I don't deserve, I don't have enough. I gotta hold tight to me because I can't be hurt again. I can't go through any of that again, right? I can't be abused again. I can't be negated again. I can't be pushed down again. I can't be made small again. Like I'm gonna hold on to me, right? The problem with that is that then it causes problems. It causes things like anxiety. It causes things like addiction. And it causes things like alimony. And when I wrote that down, I was like, what does that mean, alimony, right? I know what alimony is, right? You pay your spouse because there's an uneven exchange of finances, and you've got to give them money to kind of keep them in their living standard because the relationship broke up. But this is different. This is the other alimony, right? This is that emotional alimony, right? Have you forgiven that other person? Have you forgiven yourself for whatever part you played in that relationship, right? So this idea of emotional currency, I think it's really important today to really kind of look at that for yourself and say, where am I on that scale? Am I pretty good? I can be vulnerable. I can be sharing. I can be, out there and helping and revealing myself and sharing myself emotionally. Or am I over here kind of like, nope. I got to stay small. I got to stay protected, right? I have to stay protected because I've been hurt. And that's where the traumas and dramas kind of really come into play. Like, what am I holding on to? And so that's what I would say. Maybe sit down with yourself today and do a little journaling and be like, what is she talking about? What is my emotional currency? Where am I on that scale, right? Where am I holding back? Where am I in lack? Because if you're in lack emotionally, then you're going to be in lack in all the other areas of your life, right? You're going to be in lack in money. You're going to be lack in resource, lack in opportunity. You're going to be lack in, your ability to manifest because you're not given the love. And that love vibration, right, is that high, high, high universal enlightened, vibration that if you're moving up the emotional scale, that's kind of where you're targeting, right? Oh, Karen. Thanks, Rhonda. So yeah, where do you need to go forth in love, right? Go forth and share your gifts, your talents, your vulnerability, who you are, right? And that's where, if you're really struggling with that, because there is a blockage, that's where you got to look at, where do I need to get help? Where do I need to reach out for help? And what does that help look like for me? And everybody, it's going to look different. It's going to look different. I mean, I've done it all. I've done the counseling. I've done the medication, we are human. And I know that, as an energy healing practitioner, of course, I'm going to talk about the energy healing, right? But if you're someone that really is struggling with your physical vessel, right? Your body, the chemical in your brain, talk to a doctor. I'm not a medical professional at all. I do this intuitively and I do this through my own experience. And so I would say, wherever you fall, whatever you need, do that, right? And if you want to complement it with energy healing, then I'm here for you. But if you really are struggling and, I've actually been talking to several people this week who are kind of on an energy healing journey. And I've talked about 3-pronged or 5-pronged approach. Let's not just commit this one way. Let's commit this many ways, especially if you're someone who feels like you can't get out of your own way or you're in a self-sabotaging pattern, right? You keep putting yourself in the same types of situations that aren't getting you what you want at all. Yeah, here it is. So, oh gosh. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I knew this was a big message today. It is. So this idea of emotional currency. For some of you, it will be looking at this from a different perspective, right? Really looking at your situation from that different perspective. Really getting honest with yourself. I mean, I know it's hard to really look at where we're sabotaging ourselves, right? I mean, I'm doing it myself. I need to exercise. I need to get out and ground. And I've been needing it for a week and I still haven't done it, right? We self-sabotage. So where do we need to look at things from a new perspective? And that's why I've kind of tried to, get quiet in the morning, not taking appointments. People, would contact me, hey, can, you fit me in? Well, I can, but not really, right? I have to put up boundaries so that I can shore up my own energy, so that I can show up better, right? And so that's what I'm feeling for us today. Really looking at where can you show up for yourself? Where do you need to look at things from a different perspective? Where do you need to understand where you've been spinning your wheels? Where you've been doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result? No. Where can you do things different? Where can you do things different? That's what I feel like for this card. Where can you do things different? And then choose that. Where can you do things different? And then choose that. Where can you get out of your own way? Where can you get out of your own head, right? Overthinking things, right? Those self-sabotaging thoughts that are really impacting your emotional currency. Because if you're telling yourself you're not good enough, you're not thin enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not smart enough, you're not whatever enough, and you do that over and over and over and over and over again, your emotions shut down, right? You believe that you're not good enough. You believe that you don't have what it takes. You believe everything that you're thinking or that you're being told. And that's where we've got to look at, how can I look at or think about that differently? Where can I shut up that hamster wheel of thought? Where can I choose to think differently? Where can I choose to put myself in more positive situations, more positive people? Where can I choose what I want versus what others may want for me or what others may think I should do, right? They keep telling me I should go in that direction, do with that thing, be with that person, but it's not resonating with me. I'm not feeling it, right? This is where you've got to choose differently. You've got to choose differently, because what you've been choosing, same and same and same and same and same, it's not getting you anywhere. It's maybe a different person, maybe a different company, but at the end of the day, that the result is the same. You're not changing, you're not receiving, you're not manifesting, you're not getting the happiness, you're not happy, you're not feeling safe and secure, you're not feeling relationship and foundation, right? All that root chakra connection. So how can we choose differently? Because it is about our thoughts. It is about cutting away the old. It is about transforming, taking flight into the new. And it's going to be unknown, right? When you go from emotional currency of lack to emotional currency of abundance, right? You've got to cut something out that you're doing that isn't working. So where are you stubbing your own toe? Where are you bumping your own nose? Where are you in, your mental health? Where are you in your physical health? Where are you in your emotional health? Where are you in your energetic health, right? Because it's time to go in that new direction and be more vulnerable, be on this end of the spectrum, right? Giving and receiving and abundant. And it doesn't have to be romantic love. I mean, for some of you, it will be. But are you being vulnerable with your friends? Are you being vulnerable with your family? Are you being vulnerable with your coworkers? Are you showing up for them? Or are you, holding them off, holding them at bay because you're afraid of being hurt? You're afraid of what they'll say or what they'll think, how they'll judge you. And if you have people like that in your life, then maybe you got to cut them out. All right? They're not serving you. Awesome, Rhonda. Yeah, paradigm shift is uncomfortable. Absolutely. If you stay comfortable, you're not going to get anything different. Spirit is always going to encourage you and inspire you to go in the uncomfortable. And the uncomfortable is the new. The uncomfortable is where you're going to receive. You have to choose to be uncomfortable. Good morning, Diana. You have to choose to be uncomfortable. Good morning, Zoe. Because in that choice, in going in that new direction, in that new thought process, in that new choice, that's where it is. That's where it is. Look at that, 2 aces. So whatever your question is this morning, it's a big fat yes. The answer is a big fat yes with 2 aces. Your cup running over. Getting vulnerable. Letting people in. Opening your heart. That is when your cup starts running over in all areas, right? In all areas. Love is a frequency. Money is a frequency. Happiness is a frequency. Everything's a frequency. You get into that higher frequency, you start receiving. So yes, Rhonda, it's a law of attraction. And it's also the law of correspondence. I really feel like 20 years ago when everything was law of attraction, law of attraction, law of attraction. I've got the secret. I can give you the secret, right? What they weren't giving you was the law of correspondence. As within, so without. As above, so below, right? And this is where you change the inside and your outside changes. You change the inside, you start receiving. You open up, you start receiving. You stay closed, you don't receive. So yes, it is universal laws, absolutely. But you have to do the work. You have to make the choice to go in the different direction, see things in a different way. Same old ain't going to cut it. Because you're learning. You're learning. This is a process. Coming into balance. Good morning, Vibhuti. Ladies, this is a general message. If you're just coming on, I would say definitely check out the replay and hear the beginning of this. I got a beautiful message from Spirit about emotional currency today. And Tarot Tuesday will be tonight, where I'll pull one free card for as many people as I can get in the hour. So stay tuned later this evening, Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Temperance is coming out to say, yes, you're coming into balance. If you make the choice, if you make the decision, if you see things from a new perspective, if you allow your emotional currency to flow, then you get into balance and then you start receiving. But 2 aces in this reading, I mean, they came out right together. Yeah, you make the choice. It all falls in. You make the choice to open up and be vulnerable, and it's all good. It's all good. Ask for help. Ask for help, even if it's spiritual help. You have to be vulnerable. And I'm so not good at it. My emotional currency is moving, right? It's moving. It's more than it was, but I can't say that it's abundant yet. I can't say that I'm there yet. I'm good with being vulnerable yet. And I know it's work. And I know that the work that I've been doing has totally been beneficial, which is why I got into integrated energy therapy, because I knew there was a hurdle that I couldn't overcome on my own, right? The neglect and the abuse and the emotional shutdown that I was taught, that inner child wounding. Sometimes we need help with that. We need help with that. So get that help in any way that works for you. But don't stay unhappy. Don't stay shut down. That's not why we're here. We're here to love. We're here to be together. We're here to learn from each other. We're here to share. Oh, Rhonda, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. You know, that's the intention I put out, guys, each and every day. You know, who needs me finds me. So if there's something in this message that you're really resonating with, please check out my website and see if there's a way in which we can work together. We have IET sessions, we have intuitive and medium readings, and we have my community. And this Wednesday in my community, we're actually going to be doing the meetup, which is going to be a beautiful guided meditation to help you get into connection with your team of guides, angels, ascended masters, and then them healing using the compassion key. So that's this Wednesday night at 6:30. Yeah, because you're protected. Look at that. Your guardian angel coming out to say, hey, you're not alone in this. You're not alone in the healing. You're not alone in the transforming. You're not alone in the looking at things from a new perspective, making different choices. Like, you're protected. We know that this is hard. We know that this is hard. But if you invoke us, if you reach out to us, we are here for you. We are here for you. And I actually, at the beginning of this video, I actually did that. I did some invoking that you can absolutely use. So, you know, if you're someone that's like, I'm not a prayer. I don't know how to do that, or I don't believe in it, or whatever. Your guardian angel is coming through because it's time. It's time to be in connection with your higher self. It's time to be in connection with more. It's time to get out of the whole striving and driving that I've got to do this on my own, and gosh darn it, I got to figure it out. No, not at all. They are here to support you. They are here to love you unconditionally. Everyone has a guardian angel who's been with them since their soul's creation. Now your guardian angel is drawing closer to you than ever. This angel guide knows you, loves you, and accepts you completely. Before your incarnation on earth, you danced across the stars together. If you're feeling overwhelmed or alone at this time, know that your angel guide is with you to share their love and make you feel safe. You never walk this path alone. Angels are always there to light the way. This card is a huge reminder that you always have their help, support, and companionship available to you. You are an independent soul and often find yourself trying to do everything on your own. But know that even just a quick prayer to your guardian angel can take away some of that pressure. Your angel wants to hear from you. In order to support you fully, they must be invited to do so. But then no request is too much. Your angel guide has made for you and is dedicated to you. Take time today for an easy and informational conversation with them. Speak openly and in a heartfelt way about your life, any challenges you are facing, and anything you need help with. Through that conversation, their help will find its way to you. When you draw this card, they want you to know they are with you. Yeah, you're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. Whew. All right, so that's from them. Yeah, you're not alone. And I know that when you're in the depths of despair, when you're financially bankrupt, when you're emotionally bankrupt, it's hard. It's hard to feel connected. It's hard to feel like there's something more, right? Even if you can't feel them, as long as you're doing the invocation, the prayer, the getting vulnerable with your guardian angel, they're going to come in. They're going to help. They'll give you the sign. They'll give you the resource. They'll give you the opportunity. You have to receive it, right? You have to receive it. And for those of you that are really shut down in this lack, you're over here in emotional currency of lack. Don't pass an opportunity by because you think it's too good to be true. Don't pass an opportunity by because you think it's too much. You're not enough. You are. You absolutely are. You're here. You're here. You are absolutely more than enough. And that card really wanted to come out. Believe in your dreams. Aim high. Honor your brilliance. Remember you have help. There it is. There it is. They're coming in to say nothing is too much. Nothing is too much. So for some of you that are like, but that dream is too much. That goal is too much. That amount is too much. No, it's not. No, it's not. Believe in your dreams. Believe in your goals. Believe in you. Get into the abundant emotional currency of you. Be vulnerable with yourself. If you can't be vulnerable with yourself and your guardian angels, you're going to have a hell of a time being vulnerable with people. It's okay. Take it one step at a time. Take it one step at a time. But it's time. It's time to believe in your dreams. It's time for you to know that your dreams are valuable. They are worthy. You are powerful. You are loved. You are loved. All right, guys, I'm going to write down a note because I just had another thought, but that's a whole nother conversation. And we are at our half-hour mark, which I try to keep us at, whether you know that or not. That might be a little behind-the-scenes information. But this is something I've actually been talking about a lot with a few folks. So seems like this might be definitely a topic for... a needed topic. So stay tuned, maybe tomorrow or later today. But again, if you're someone who's struggling, if you're someone that can't get into emotional currency of abundance or vulnerability or receiving, and you need help, please check out my website. Check out the page on integrated energy therapy. Virtual distant sessions are just as impactful. I did a beautifully powerful session yesterday that was just, when I'm in your energy and the angels are in your energy and I'm facilitating that healing, because I'm not doing a thing, right? It's all the angels. But being witness to it is just so beautiful. And I know you can have a profound change. You can have a profound transformation. You can get into receiving an emotional abundance. You can get into love. You can get into more than enough in whatever area of your life you want more than enough in, right? That most compatible soulmate, that job that pays you the most you've ever made salary-wise, right? It's possible when you're in balance, but not when you're in lack. So I'm going to leave it there. Have a beautiful rest of your Tuesday. I'll be back for Tuesday Tarot, and you can find more videos on my YouTube channel. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Thank you for being here, each and every one of you. Whether you're been here with me or you're just finding me, we will do beautiful work together. So I hope you stick around. All right. Have a beautiful day, guys. Sending so much love and so much light. Talk soon.